All right, buckle up for this deep dive. We are heading straight into the world of motorcycle clubs.
Oh, yeah.
And we are not talking about the ones you see on TV. This is the real deal. The raw, gritty look at power territory and one club's fight for survival.
This is going to be good.
It is.
Yeah.
We are going to be drawing insights from a work of fiction. But trust me, it feels so real, so visceral. You are right there with these bikers.
Yeah, fiction can really put you in the moment, right? Like a fly on the wall in a world most people only dream of seeing.
Exactly. And our guide into this world is Damage. He's a high-ranking member of the Legion Motorcycle Club. And he is about to face a situation that could change his life forever. We're with him every step of the way.
I am ready.
So the story throws us right into the action. Damage is riding back to the clubhouse after a long run. You can practically feel the rumble of the engine, the wind in his face.
Yeah, I can almost hear it now.
And even in those early descriptions, there's this underlying tension, like something's about to go down.
Yeah, like something's brewing.
No, exactly. Their clubhouse is this old, secluded farmhouse. Tucked away in the hills, their sanctuary, a place for brotherhood. But on this day, that sanctuary is about to be invaded.
Oh.
Damage walks in, and we're immediately introduced to the key players of the Legion. First, you have Tiny, the president.
Right.
He's a strategic thinker, the level-headed leader that keeps everyone in check.
Right.
Then there's Butcher, sergeant at arms.
Oh, boy. That name does not exactly inspire peace and love.
Let's just say when Butcher speaks, people listen.
I bet they do.
But here's what makes the Legion different. They operate on a democratic system. Every member, every biker has a voice.
Yep.
Every decision is made collectively as a brotherhood.
Interesting.
Which makes the arrival of our next character even more significant.
Okay, who is it?
Daza.
Daza.
Leader of the Brethren's Northeast Charter, and a member of their elite group, the Freebooters.
The Freebooters?
Yeah.
Okay, his arrival is a big deal then.
It's like a storm cloud just rolled in. And everyone in that clubhouse knows Daza isn't there for a friendly visit. We learn pretty quickly that the Brethren,
Yeah.
they're a much more powerful club than the Legion.
So Daza outranks everyone here.
Oh, absolutely. And as a charter leader, he's got multiple chapters under his control in the region, not to mention being a freebooter. That carries some serious weight. It hints at another level of influence connections that most people don't even know about.
Wow, so we've got power dynamics at play already.
Oh, yeah. From the moment Daza opens his mouth,
Yeah.
this is a game changer for the Legion. He's not there to make friends. He's there to make a statement.
What does he do?
He lays out a very calculated proposition.
Okay.
It's more of an ultimatum than anything else.
Oh, boy.
But he does it all very strategically. He starts by acknowledging the respect between their clubs, almost like a diplomat,
Okay.
Even praises their democratic principles, which we know is what sets the Legion apart. But then comes the hammer blow. Daza paints this picture of a changing world. New games, rising up alliances, shifting, the pressure that's mounting on independent clubs like the Legion.
All kind of pressure.
He tells them about the Duckies, this new powerful gang that's making moves to join forces with Hangman, the Legion's sworn enemies.
Oh, wow, so they are caught in the middle.
Exactly. Suddenly, the Legion, with their democratic ideals and their independent streak, they are caught directly in the crosshairs of this much larger power struggle.
Sounds like a classic squeeze play.
It is.
Yeah.
And Daza, with that quiet authority and a reputation that precedes him, he's holding all the cards.
Daza's offer is more like this. Join the Brethren, expand your territory, or face the consequences.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't even need to threaten them directly.
Right.
The implication hangs in the air like a bad smell.
Oh, absolutely. You can cut the tension with a knife. Here's Daza in their clubhouse, practically dictating the terms of their existence.
It's a power move, pure and simple. But here's the thing. He's not just offering them a way out. He's appealing to their ambition.
Oh, how so?
He dangles this idea of greater power, greater influence in front of them. If they just fall in line.
It's like he's saying, hey, you're strong, but imagine what you could do with the Brethren at your back.
Exactly.
That's got to be tempting.
Oh, it is. And that's the dilemma facing the Legion. Do they compromise who they are for a chance at survival? Or do they stand their ground and risk everything?
It's a gamble either way. But remember, the Legion has always valued their democracy,
Right.
their brotherhood. So how do they react to Daza's very dictatorial style?
It's a mixed bag, to be honest.
Yeah.
Some of them are blown away by him. They see Daza as this force of nature, someone who can protect them in a world that's becoming increasingly dangerous.
Makes sense. When you're facing threats, you want someone strong on your side.
Right, and Daza has that aura of invincibility about him.
But not everyone's buying it.
No, some are definitely skeptical.
Yeah.
They see Daza's proposal for what it is, a hostile takeover. They know aligning with the Brethren would mean sacrificing the very essence of what makes the Legion unique.
Wow. So you've got this internal struggle brewing within the club itself.
Absolutely.
The battle lines are being drawn, but it's not just about rival gangs anymore.
It's about ideology.
Makes you think, doesn't it? This whole idea of larger forces trying to absorb smaller ones.
Well, it happens everywhere, not just in the world of motorcycle clubs. Look at geopolitics, the business world, even personal relationships.
That constant push and pull.
Exactly.
So can you really stay neutral in a world where sides are being chosen?
It's a tough question.
It is.
And even if you do choose a side, can you ever be sure it's the right one?
That's the gamble, isn't it? And as we follow Damage on his ride home that night, you feel the weight of that decision bearing down on him.
He's carrying the fate of the club on his shoulders.
He's a thoughtful guy, though. Damage, always analyzing, always observing.
He's a strategist.
And as he's processing this encounter with Daza, he can't help but compare him to Tiny.
Oh, yeah. How so?
Tiny's the Democratic leader, right? Always seeking consensus. And then you have Daza.
With his take no prisoners approach.
Exactly. It makes you wonder what makes an effective leader in times like these.
Right. Is it better to rule with an iron fist or a guiding hand?
There's no easy answer.
Not at all. It depends on the situation, the stakes.
And in this case, the stakes are pretty high. Because as the episode comes to a close, Damage utters these words to his partner. Trouble with a capital F.
Oh boy, those are fighting words.
You can practically hear the sirens in the distance.
He knows what's coming.
And he knows it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah, trouble with a capital F. And Daz is the one writing the definition of trouble in this situation.
He's not messing around.
Not at all.
So what happens next?
Well, we have to wait and see. But that's part of the beauty of a story like this. It's not just about the destination, it's the journey.
The anticipation.
Exactly. The agonizing decisions, the internal conflicts that drive the narrative.
It really makes you think, how many times in life have we faced those impossible choices?
Oh, all the time.
Where every option feels like a gamble.
Right. Yeah, like, do you play it safe or risk it all? Those moments that really define who we are.
And I think what this story does so brilliantly is it uses this world of motorcycle clubs to explore these universal themes.
Oh, absolutely.
Power loyalty, the struggle for autonomy.
It's like a microcosm of the wider world.
Exactly. We see those same forces playing out everywhere.
In politics, in business.
Even just in our daily lives.
That constant negotiation of power. The pressure to conform or to stand out.
Right. So how do you navigate that? How do you make decisions that align with your values?
Right.
When the stakes are so high?
It's a question we all grapple with.
And I think deep down, we all want to feel like we have a say.
We want to feel in control.
To choose our own path. Even when the world feels chaotic.
And that's a powerful message, isn't it? That even in the face of uncertainty, we still have the power to choose.
To choose who we want to be.
To define ourselves, rather than letting others define us.
I love that. That's a message that sticks with you.
Absolutely.
And that's what makes a great story.
It's thought-provoking. It stays with you long after you've finished reading or listening.
This deep dive has definitely given us a lot to think about.
A glimpse into a world most people never see.
So as you go about your day, I want you to think about those questions.
Who are you choosing to align with?
What are you willing to stand for?
And remember, even when the odds are stacked against you,
you always have the power to choose.
To choose your own adventure.
And on that note, we'll wrap up this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and as always, thanks for listening.